impressive. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Friday episode of the Payoff Pitch. I'm Jason. He's the Hockey Squirrel, and he's sitting right here in Chicago with me. And we're, of course, brought to you by BetUS, fantastic sportsbook. Down in this video description, you can find a link that'll jump you on over there. You can find out just how sweet they are. It's Friday, and you're here.
Yeah,
What's up?
no, I just walked in the door, dude. So got off the plane, drove downtown Chicago, got parked, and ran inside to do the show. So it's been kind of a heck of a morning, but yeah, here in the Windy City. So yeah,
I was gonna say, you fit right in.
Yeah, I got the Patrick Kane jersey on today, or the Patrick Kane shirt, I suppose. But really, all we have left for the Chicago Blackhawks, honestly. But we're not here to talk about hockey, though. We got some baseball going on today.
Nice baseball slate. All teams in action.
Yeah.
So let's jump on into it. Let's get to the second inning. We'll each take a couple games. We'll break them down. Provide you guys with some bets and picks along the way. Squirrel,
sure.
In person. What are you liking
Yes,
here
sir.
in the second inning?
Dude, to be honest with you, this morning I was doing some airport handicapping, and I came up with a few. Really, what my stuff's going to be is mostly system plays today. Really, I don't generally like home team run lines, as we've talked about, but there is one that I was looking at, and it is Garrett Cole and the Yankees. I don't know what the current price is at the moment. I think it was somewhere around -200 on the money line, so it should put it close to
They're
even.
not a home favorite.
They're not?
They're on the road in
Are
Oakland.
they
They're in Oakland. So
sorry. Okay.
Better.
My bad.
Even
Sorry.
better.
All right, screwing up the airport handicapping already. That's doing stuff off the cell phone, all kinds of stuff. So yes, run line though on the Yankees was the first thing that I liked for the Garrett Cole. Just kind of a gimme to start off with, I think anyway.
I mean, yeah, the Yankees are hot. You know, they exploded yesterday. Finally, they've been winning games, but yesterday they finally exploded, putting up 13 runs. So Yankees should certainly get it done with Garrett Cole. For my second inning, I'm going to hit you guys with 3 games, 3 bets. They're all the same strategy. It's all the same philosophy. Padres F5 team total over 2.5 runs. White Sox F5 team total over 2.5. Let's fucking throw in the Rangers while we're at it. F5 team total over 2.5. All these two teams right now are going against a left-hander, so it was nice and easy to do the research. You could just bang them all out. They're all crushing left-handed pitching. They're all in the top 10 versus left-handers. The worst batting average is 294. The worst slugging is 365. And the worst on base is 386. They're absolutely just crushing left-handed pitching, all 3 of these teams. Padres are going against our guy, Chris Bubic.
Bubich.
Yes,
Bubich.
Yes, we'll take that all day long.
Yes, sir.
White Sox are going against Tommy Henry. They crush left-handed pitching. They're crushing left-handers right now. And the Rangers are taking on Tyler Alexander. Sign me up right there. So take 3 teams, all on their F5 team total over 2.5. I think the worst one is -105. And a couple of those you can still get at plus money. So love that right there. All right, that's it for me in the second inning. What other game do you want to talk about?
How about the Braves of Spencer Strider?
Your guy?
Yeah, my guy. Yes. As I always talk about, he's so hard to hit because he's a straightforward pitcher. And we talk about that 100-mile-an-hour fastball with his 7-foot stride. No pun intended on the name there with Strider on the mound. It was -140 when I saw it come out. I think that was last night. It might be somewhere around there still, hopefully. If you can go ahead and grab that line, I do like that they're against the Cardinals.
Braves against the Cardinals, eh?
Yes, and it's Quintana, I believe, on the mound there for the Cardinals today.
That's where you get a decent edge in that matchup is starting pitching, obviously. I mean, you got Strider, as you mentioned, but now you get the Braves against a left-hander and Quintana. All right, like that one right there. All right, we've talked long enough. Let's shut up and pitch. Let's give these guys some pitching props. That's what we'll do here in the third inning. Call it shut up and pitch. Let's give these guys some pitching props. You can see, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, tons of great pitching props. So let's go ahead and hit the people with one. How about Tyler Alexander? We mentioned him going up against the Rangers. What about under 3.5 Ks? Cashed in 3 of his 4 starts since he's been stretched out as a starter. This guy was a relief pitcher. Now he's a starter. In those 4 starts, gotten 3 cashes. The Rangers are great versus left-handers. They're hitting 294. Love that batting average, almost 300s. On base is 365. Slugging is 424. Great K percentage at 13.5%. We love looking for 15 and under is when we're going to go ahead and take an under for a pitching prop at 13.5. Love that. We saw Tyler Alexander on June 17th, did we? Those Rangers did. So, yeah, that's when he was a bullpen guy, but everything lines up. So, Tyler Alexander, under 3.5 Ks. You want me to give him another one?
Yeah, something caught my eye on your end here was the Reed Detmers.
There it is.
The fade over 4.5 hits allowed. That is one that I am in love with. I like fading Reed Detmers big time. So I was looking for a way to do it, and you found that.
It's a parlay piece.
Yep.
It's like minus 170, I think. They're going with the Blue Jays,
Right.
crushing left-handers.
Absolutely.
They're hitting 288, slugging 461. This is cashed in his last 3 starts where he's allowed over 4.5 hits allowed. Only cashed in 17 of 19 overall. But let's just focus on the Blue Jays. Crushing left-handed pitching.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Detmers is going to throw up softballs to these guys, and they're absolutely going to crush it. So, love Detmers over 4.5 hits allowed. Bubik? Somebody said Bubik? Bubik's pitching? Why not over 1.5 walks? Cash in his last 3, cash in 8 of his last 10, cash in 16 of 21 overalls. Padres right now are excellent versus left-handers at 12% is their walk rate.
Do you happen to know the total in that game? Is it an over you'd entertain?
Padres, Royals, against Musgrove, Royals, they're going to get maybe 2 runs max, I would think.
If the line was low enough, though. Yesterday
it's at
we
6.5, right? Or 7?
Yeah, there was a game yesterday we were looking at it that was like 6.5. What was that one? And I was wondering if that went over. But anyway.
It did go over. My 2 favorite overs yesterday. Cardinals, Cubs, you were on that one.
Yep, I was on that one. And then I got teased with that White Sox and Baltimore game. It ended at 7. I think it was a 4-3 game.
Yeah.
But I had over 8 on that one, so that kind of sucked. And my Twins screwed up as well.
That was my other favorite over, and it just got over there on the hook.
Yeah.
Just got the 9th
Oh,
run,
there
so
you go.
Love that.
Have that one.
Let's see that Padres Royals. It's at 8.5. Royals probably get 2. Can the Padres get 7? They can get 7 against Bubik. That man is terrible. Of course.
And the rest of that bullpen's not any better.
All right. I agree. All right, one more pitching prop.
So maybe just a team total on the Padres then, whatever that may be.
At 5 team total. How about that? We're on it.
Oh, okay.
Even money over
Dude,
on
again, I just walked in the door. I got off a plane. I drove downtown. I'm just kind of all over the place here this morning. I don't even know who's home, who's away. I don't know. I'm all screwed up here.
Chicago's glad to have you. Here's a couple other pitching props for you guys. What about Chad Kuhl? He's taking on the Mets today. I think you can take under his strikeout, or you can go over his hits allowed. Or you can do Mets at 5 team total. Get on the Mets today with Chad Kuhl. You guys know I'm not a big money line player, so team totals, you want to fade Chad Kuhl, under strikeouts, over hits allowed. It's all there. The Mets are crushing right-handers. Let's talk about those Mets here in a little bit. What about 4th inning? We call it long shots. You got any dogs that are barking on your notes?
Are the Diamondbacks an underdog or not?
Diamondbacks are an underdog against the White Sox. Yes,
they
plus
are.
150.
I had them as a system play as well, and that was going against Cueto, which is kind of the thing that's a little bit nerve-wracking there. But in the underdogs that I had, I think that was one of the only ones. I think in terms of like built-up systems, where when I talk about individual systems that are, not, I guess, very similar, they're like completely independent of each other, the most was hitting on the Cleveland Guardians, which I think is probably going to be my best bet here. So I got ahead of myself a little bit. But I don't know. I think they may be...
Bieber's on the mound. Of course he's your best bet of the day.
Right, yeah.
I mean, it's going to be
it's
a
going against
low-scoring
Logan
game,
Gilbert, right, at home. So that was another one that I was really looking at. But if I had to take an underdog, I think it was the Diamondbacks that I was taking a look at. Don't see too much else here. One guy that you can potentially fade. What do you think about the Nationals against Mike Minor and the Reds? Terrible bullpen.
I just wish the Nationals were hitting left-handers like they have been. They're just not quite doing it. But it's Mike Minor. If you wanted to take a chance on it, probably well within your right. Just stay away from me. They're not quite hitting left-handers right now, to my liking. The team that you mentioned, what was that? You said the it just slipped me right there. You were talking about the Guardians. Man, that's going to be a low-scoring series. I was on TikTok giving out the under all day. I gave out the Guardians money line. It didn't come through. After the first inning, no runs. 2 elite bullpens right now in the last 10 days.
Absolutely.
That series is probably going to go under. I like that one right there. All right, here are my long shots. You ready?
Yes.
Rays against the Red Sox. That's another coin flip game. So I'm just going to take whoever's at plus money. It happens to be the Rays. It's going to be a bullpen day, so like that. I'm sorry, you could see the notes. My second dog is the Cardinals. I'm just that offense. They faced Strider before.
No, it's not the worst pick either.
They're not going to be surprised like a lot of teams are, and they're not going to strike out 12 times against them like it is when you see Strider for the first time. So the Cardinals with Quintana, okay, maybe it's a stab, but I didn't bet any of these long shots, so I'll certainly root for the Braves because I know you're on them. All right, 5th inning, keep swinging. We got to give these guys some hitting props, guys. It's Friday. Your Friday is going good. Fired up. Squirrels in person. Live and in Chicago. Keep those comments coming. We're going to circle back We'll catch those comments. I'm seeing some great ones, seeing the energy you guys are bringing on this great Friday. Appreciate it. All right, 5th inning. You got any hitting props or you want me to give them?
Give them out, man. Give them out. I'll analyze what you've analyzed.
You mentioned Mike Minor. You can grab a couple of these Nationals. You can grab Cruz.
Oh, absolutely.
Or Hernandez.
Yeah.
Nelson Cruz is hitting 583 off Mike Minor. Hernandez is hitting 429 off of Mike Minor. Both of those guys are bringing powers, multiple doubles, multiple home runs. Love that. Let's get away from that game for a second. What about Robbie Grossman? You like the Braves? Yeah, he's had Quintana's numbers. He's hitting 308 off of Quintana. So Cruz, Hernandez of the Nationals, Grossman of the Braves, all 3 good players if you want to drop them in an over 0.5 hits parlay.
Well, and if somebody's got to get hits against Reed Detmers as well, you may be able to take some Blue Jays then, right? For hitting.
Yeah, I've got over 4.5 hits allowed, so for sure right there. All right, 6th inning. It's a steal. What you got over there? That's a steal.
Well, I already told you my favorite bet, which was the Guardians, which systematically is a steal.
Bieber's on. I think it's minus 115 with Bieber.
Absolutely.
Same advantages yesterday. It didn't work out. It's going to be a low-scoring game with Gilbert on the other side of that game, other side of the mound. But yeah, I'm with you. I'd take the Guardians. That's your steal. Nice.
Sure.
All right. Not a good day for Nerfies. I hate to say that. Yeah, not another good day. I'm going to do Diamondbacks White Sox, though. If I'm like one of those guys that just got to have action, just got to have it, like just got to have action, Diamondbacks White Sox is probably your best Nerfie. And it scares me because I'm on the White Sox F5 team total, so I'm expecting runs early. Not a good day for Nerfies. Your best one of the day is probably Diamondbacks White Sox. All right, 7th inning coming to a stretch. Best bet of the day right here comes in the 7th inning. What's your best bet of the day? I know you've got a couple money lines. Which one do you feel strongest?
The most likely to win is going to have to be the Yankees on the run line. Garrett Cole on the mound, and here's the thing that I kind of want to talk about is that whole sticky substance thing we dealt with last year is kind of coming back, and if you've noticed, they aren't checking these pitchers anymore. They're not checking the gloves. There's a lot of taking things off the hats and all this kind of weird stuff. But it's more what you would call traditional ways of cheating in a sense, because not only are the batters okay with not getting pelted, but what was happening is they were using that, was it Spider Tack? Mm-hmm. And it was giving such unfair advantages to the pitchers that it was ridiculous. I think they wanted to kind of get rid of that, but they're going back to, I think, what would have been, like rosin or pine tar or whatever they would, put on their hats and stuff to give them some kind of grip.
Yeah.
And it seems to be kind of okay because at least the analysis of what I've been watching of the RPMs on the ball and stuff, the spin rates.
Yeah.
They had a massive dip, and now they're starting to rise again, but they're not at such an incredibly high level. Garrett Cole being one of the guys that obviously was just
right.
Not the same last year when they were all being checked so hardcore. So with that coming back, I think you may see a little bit more of the familiar Garrett Cole that we're used to.
Yeah, sign me up.
So yeah. I definitely think that's something to watch then, is the control of some of these pitchers that had some sharp dips in their spin rates.
Slight revenge game in that game. JP Sears pitching.
Oh yes, I was wondering about that as well.
Montage trade.
Yep, he did
Slight
come up
revenge game, but I'm still taking Garrett Cole. I'm still taking the offense that hit 13 runs.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So for sure, right there. All right, my best bet. I'm gonna do a parlay for best bet of the day.
Okay.
Mets F5 team total. Astros F5 team total.
Okay.
There's my only 2 winners yesterday. I'm gonna run them back, but this time put them in a parlay. Both of them are crushing right-handed pitching. We know from yesterday. Don't really need to justify that. Yeah. The stats haven't gotten worse. After 2 cashes yesterday, the stats have only gotten better. Chad Kuhl on the mound. Again, I said you guys can fade him in any capacity. I'm going to fade him with an F5 team total. And then the Astros are taking on Kyle Bradish. Just look at Kuhl and Bradish's game log. Both of these guys are giving up runs. 2 fantastic offenses. Again, we know them from yesterday. I don't need to elaborate. That's my best bet of the day. There's a sportsbook out there that, once again, is giving out a 100% profit boost. I went ahead and used it. That's how much I love Mets and Astros both covering the F5 team total. All right, parlay me on this Friday. Everybody wants to get laid on a Friday.
Yeah?
Hit them with the parlay. What's this parlay on Friday?
How about the Guardians and the Yankees on the money line? Would you like that?
Guardians are at minus 115. Probably just leave them alone. I mean, I like them.
Okay.
But at that price, I wouldn't just drop them in a parlay. It's minus 115.
Okay. Yankees and, I don't know, something. Mets.
Yeah, we'll get to rapid fire. I think the Mets are. I think you can take a Subway Series money line.
Or
parlay.
the Jays. Probably the Jays. I don't know. Something.
Okay.
Just
all right.
take some minus 200, and throw them together.
You can see on my notes. Look at all those winners I've got on my notes. I don't know which ones to drop in a parlay. You can drop those Blue Jays in a parlay if you want. How about those Mets in a parlay? How about those Rangers can be dropped in a parlay? Padres can be dropped in a parlay. Yankees can be dropped in a parlay. Guardians, not so much, but I do have them as a winner. Or the Dodgers. We don't even know who the Marlins are pitching, and I'm willing to back the Dodgers against the Marlins. Hell yeah. So Blue Jays, Mets, Rangers, Padres, Guardians, Dodgers. They should all win today, folks. Drop them in a little parlay. Maybe see how that treats you. Maybe a little sprinkle there on a big, what was that, like 6 teams I just rifled off there that should get the win today?
Yep, 7 actually.
All right, it's time to give these guys our official bets, and then we'll run through all these games in rapid fire. Before we do that, let's catch some questions. No split screens. They're loving you.
No split screen. Yeah.
After this, we got to take him out to Chicago. We got to show him around, get him some deep dish.
Yeah, we'll get some
get a hot dog.
TikTok action going. Some Twitter posts.
YouTube was on you. I was on TikTok earlier, and I heard somebody coming down the hallway. He said, "Well, wonder if that's Squirrel."
Yeah.
They knew you were making an appearance here.
Yeah.
They knew you were making it. There it is, Steven. Yeah, we're together, my man. We're together. Always bet on red.
Yeah.
Always bet on red when you go to the casino. I thought it was bet on black. Wasn't
it
Wesley Snipes bet on black?
I don't know.
He says bet on red. Bet on red. I love it. I still will never forget the day where I put a $100 chip on Michael Jordan at Rivers Casino.
Yeah.
And his shit hit. I won $3,600 and like fucking damn near flipped the table over. And I was screaming like to the max. My buddy Steven, he's in this chat. He's hanging out with us. He was there to witness it. Yeah. What a hit. Anyways, YouTube's on Yankees run line, Cardinals F5 over 1.5. Yeah, I'm kind of with Brian. I think Strider does get hit. Cardinals are at a rare over 1.5. I feel you, Brian. Not anything I bet, obviously, but you can do it. Bieber under 6.5 Ks. I'm not going against Bieber. Yeah. Good morning. Lots of good positive comments. Padres, Royals, NRFI. That's Brian. That's right, your second best NRFI of the day. But Bubik has given up 18 runs in 19 starts. 18 runs in 19 starts. I'm obviously expecting the Padres to get runs and get runs early, just like the White Sox. It is a pretty decent NRFI, though. Both those offenses do struggle, Brian, a lot. They're both in the bottom 10 in runs scored in the first inning. So, all right. YouTube's on Mariners. Nah, not going to roll with you there, YouTube. That's all.
100 on red.
Put 100 on red. Put it all on red. I love it. Yeah, Steven. He says you bet on 23. I bet on 23, dog. I can't wait for Steven to get back to Chicago or for me to get back to Richmond and get up to MGM Grand in D.C. and do it again, Steven. We're going to do it again. I believe it. Hell, he was there when I went to Michigan a few months ago, and we did it again.
Yeah.
Now, I did it like 5 times, so I pissed away some profit. But there was one time when I was in Michigan, I also got another big hit on that one, which probably covered all the losses. So, all right, good. I think that's all the questions. We've got them all. So let's throw up our official bets. Looks like you're rolling with some money lines.
Yeah. Well, and the run line for the Yankees. Yeah. I don't know why I thought they were at home, but it does make it significantly better statistically than that they are away. They have Garrett Cole, and hopefully he gets a little bit more grip on the ball, and we see those spin rates come back up for him there. Spencer Strider, I'm going to go ahead. What did I just say? Go ahead and go against Jason here and take the Braves with Spencer Strider there and the Atlanta Braves. Go ahead and take Shane Bieber then with the Guardians. Should be a tough matchup there against Logan Gilbert at home with the Mariners, but systematically that was the best possible play I had on the entire day. Just kept popping up system after system, and it was the Cleveland Guardians all the way. Roughly around 64% on average, and you're getting minus 115. So that's a huge...
It's a no-brainer play.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer play, and you live with the result. It's a no-brainer play. The only one I want to speak about here of my bets is that is not Mets run line or Mets money line. Just got a character limitation right here. Can't have that be but so long. It's also the Mets F5 team total. So it's Mets F5 team total and Astros F5 team total in that parlay. The other ones there on the screen are straightforward. All right, let's hop over into BetUS. Let's talk about all these games from a money line, run line, and over-under perspective, and then we'll let this great crowd, let the great audience go enjoy their Friday. All right, let's kick it off here. No day games. I always think MLB makes a mistake. Like, there's nothing going on. Like, why would you not have one day game when nobody's watching anything? Just put one of these two teams during the day. All right, Pirates, Phillies, over-under of 9 on BetUS. Pirates plus 230. Phillies minus 275. Yeah, I guess I'm taking the over.
I'm kind of thinking the over as well. Reason being, I don't think the Pirates offensively have been too bad, really. And I know the Phillies can do pretty well. The bullpen has been better, but again, it's not your top guys. Like when you see Aaron Nola, you may shy away from something like that.
Yeah.
In this case, yeah, I don't really want to pay all the juice to take the Phillies at home unless you're really wanting to force some kind of long shot underdog issue here on the Pirates, or found some kind of reason to take them. I think the over would probably be my play there.
Yeah, I think if you're considering a Pirates money line, you just take the over. You obviously think the Pirates can score because you think Bailey Falter's terrible, and I hear you. So, All right, Pirates written 235 right now versus left-handers. I'll take the over with you.
Speaking of over, you got the Reds and the Nationals
Reds
next.
and Nationals. Over-under of 8.5 on BetUS. Reds plus 130. Nationals minus 150. Yeah. I don't know who Cade is. I had to look him up. A glorified bullpen guy. I don't know.
So I'm not going to lie to you. I took the Nationals, but I think they were minus 120 when I got them.
Oh, okay.
So
people are jumping on the Nationals.
That was this morning, probably 5 or 6 a.m. or something.
Feels like a game why are we betting? I don't know. Give me the over, I guess.
Give me the over, but yeah, I'm glad I got the minus 120 now on the Nationals.
Angels and Blue Jays, over-under of 9. Angels plus 155. Blue Jays minus 180. I'll take the Blue Jays on the run line. They got the advantages over the
I
Angels.
absolutely would, too, in an attempt to fade Reed Detmers. There's no reason not to. Yeah, not a problem there.
Rockies and Mets. Rockies at plus 275. Mets at minus 330. Over-under of 8.5.
It's one of these games that are approaching to be unbettable again, you know?
Yeah.
As much as you want to take a team, whether they're home or away, on the run line, things happen where it's if you go down 1 or 2 runs at the beginning of the game and now all of a sudden you're essentially down 4 to start the game.
Yeah.
And that's never a good feeling. Baseball, it's a little bit better. It's alleviated a bit compared to hockey, where if you go down a goal or two, it is so hard to get goals in hockey where, if you go down 4 immediately, that sucks.
Love that.
But, yeah, I guess, I don't know, maybe, do you expect runs in the Mets-Rockies?
I'm expecting the Mets to score at least 3 in the first 5.
You said it was a good day for NRFIs, but I'm seeing a lot of overs so far.
I know. I'm seeing overs too. All right, what about Rays? Red Sox over-under of 9.5. Rays plus 105. Red Sox minus 125. Bullpen day for the Rays. Walk on the mound for the Red Sox. I'll take a nice low-scoring affair under 9.5.
Yeah, and you were on the Rays, you said earlier, correct?
I think it's the best dog today.
I think I would go there as well. I'm not a huge fan of Walker, although he has had a much better season than he had previously. And we were trying to fade him all over the place earlier this season when we first started. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I need to turn my ringer off, man. But yeah, we were all over trying to fade Walker, and he just hasn't really faltered that much. But I guess I would try to do it again here today and take the Rays.
Going back in for another try.
Oh, man. Well, you look back at his game logs of the past seasons, he's always been just a high, through-the-roof ERA pitcher. Has not been very good. So
something happened this year.
Something happened this year, yes, sir.
All right, what about those Tigers and Rangers with an over-under of 8? Tigers plus 140, Rangers minus 165 on BetUS. I'm backing the Rangers today.
I would as well. Had a couple systems on them, but didn't really want to pay the juice there.
I'll take over 8 too.
Okay, it might be to me like a half-unit run line type of thing. I don't know.
Diamondbacks, White Sox over under of 8.5, plus 150 for the Diamondbacks, minus 175 for the White Sox. You could go White Sox, Rangers moneyline parlay. That wouldn't be a bad one. I'll go White Sox run line. They're hitting left-handers right now. It's what their strength has been. I'll just back the White Sox against left-handers. So yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go against you, and I'll take the Diamondbacks today, although I don't particularly want to go against Johnny Cueto. But, again, as far as underdogs go today, that was one that I was kind of zeroing in on a little bit.
Cubs and Brewers over under of 7.5. Cubs plus 130. Brewers minus 150. I'm taking the under. And if you want to take a chance also at the Cubs, boy, the Brewers are struggling. We're struggling. So,
if anyone knows or could look it up, I know the wind was blowing out yesterday pretty fast, which is a big reason as to why we wanted that over. It's kind of a big swing today to have. Yeah, it did. Absolutely.
Goldschmidt. We can thank Goldschmidt for that one.
And it works both ways at Wrigley, so keep that in mind that wind blowing in and wind blowing out are both systems on their own. at Wrigley particularly. So if you have any kind of wind information here.
No, I don't.
No, I mean, or in the comments if anyone wants to look it up real quick. But yeah, an under probably is a decent play there, especially if that's a factor.
Padres and Royals. Although that game is in Milwaukee, so I don't think win matters. It's in Milwaukee.
God, dude, I am not.
It's in Milwaukee, not in Chicago. But
I am not with it
hey,
today,
maybe the wind's blowing in Milwaukee too.
I got up early. I went through airports, dude. I don't know. All right.
Padres Royals over under of 8.5. Padres minus 195. Royals plus 165. Padres on the road. I'm just going run line and not even thinking twice.
Yeah, I would as well, especially against Bubic, and
Musgrove.
even when you get to the bullpen, it's not any better.
Yeah. Orioles Astros over under of 8. Orioles plus 160. Astros minus 190. Bradders versus McCullers. McCullers look good in his comeback from injury. They got a nice arm. That's like making a midseason trade. That was a nice addition to them. I'll take.
Did they sweep the Twins?
They definitely won yesterday. They won 6-3.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they won the day before that as well.
Taking Astros on the run line. I like McCullers. Bradish. I'll take the Astros run line.
I'll do it as well.
Giants Twins over under of 7.5 on BetUS. Giants plus 105. Twins minus 125. Twins, they're scuffling.
No, they've been good. We lost to the Rangers a few games. We lost 0-7, 1-2. And again, the issue that I see, at least when I watch them, is that they leave so many on base. I think if I were to look at the on-base percentages currently, I would expect to see that they're on base quite a bit, just not bringing the runs in. So many guys left on second, third base, and a lot of times it's even with one out, and it's like, how are you just striking out, pop flying, and not allowing these guys to get in? Joe Ryan's one of those guys that also kind of screws me. I know we all kind of have a player or a team that screws us when we bet on them. Joe Ryan, for me, is one of those guys, but I don't know. To have them as a minus 125 favorite today with the way they've been struggling seems kind of not right. But
I'm also, though, leaning Twins. Let me just get a double check here. Yeah, the Giants are hitting 182 versus right-handers. So Twins are struggling, but the Giants can't hit right-handers, 182. I think I'm taking the Twins at minus 125.
And they are back home now.
I'm taking Twins.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, I've been confused on the way home a little bit here today, but yeah. I'll go ahead and back them, even though they're on a bit of a streak in the wrong direction. But
all right, 3 more games. Braves and Cardinals over under of 7. Braves minus 155. Cardinals now up to plus 135. I'm going to go ahead and take over 7. Over 7.
Cool. I took the Braves at a minus 140. I'm seeing at 155 now. So line's running in the correct direction for myself anyway. But that's what I'll do. I'll still stick to that money line.
Yankees Athletics. Yankees on that run line, minus 130. Money line's minus 240. Athletics are plus 200 with an over-under of 6.5. Yankees run line.
Yeah. And, I had this one at a whopping 70% for the run line.
Oh, in the system?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Love it.
Must, factor in as well. It helps you that they're away as well, so you don't have to deal with the ninth inning shenanigans or extra innings.
It is shenanigans. It causes a lot of run lines. Go ahead and die.
Yep.
All right, Guardians, Mariners. I'm taking the under 6.5, and I'm taking Guardians money line.
Yeah, I'm sticking to the Guardians. It was absolutely, just a resounding yes on the Cleveland Guardians with Shane Bieber today systematically. Multiple on them. So.
All right. Nice. All right, let's catch. I saw 2 comments coming. We got Cole saying he's been taking advantage of crazy money line odds. He's been taking 4 or 5 favorites and doing a $10 parlay, and he's up 100 units in the last 2 weeks.
Holy hell.
It sounds like I'm doing the wrong thing. Shit. Congratulations, Cole. Keep it going, my man. Keep it going.
Yeah, dude, that's the kind of thing you want to do like year long. I'd be cool with 100 units, but you're talking 2 weeks, my lord.
Yeah, sign me up. Sign me up. And then we got YouTube saying he can't do F5 team totals on FanDuel. Do you like those teams to win the F5 instead? Obviously, I'm expecting runs to be scored. Obviously, I don't want to have to rely on what the other team does or what the other pitcher does. But that my answer, truthfully, would be, you got FanDuel. Like, why are you not downloading DraftKings? You're in a state. You've got FanDuel. You got to download DraftKings. Like, I don't know, man. To then force yourself into having to rely on another team's bats or another team pitcher, like, I don't know. But yes, I'm expecting runs if you wanted to change it.
And it would also depend, too, if that's a 2-way or 3-way first 5, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So that may depend on your odds as well and your chance to win. However,
it's not 50-50. It's 33%.
Right.
Because it could be a tie after the end of the fifth. I don't know.
Right.
I'm going to stick to my answer of you got FanDuel, go get DraftKings.
And it's going to be great for you as well if you have multiple books. It opens up your options to grab what they call positive EV, right? Or beat the CLV, the closing line value, get positive expected value. Some books, between FanDuel and DraftKings, sometimes you find better lines on either or. Sometimes you'll find a minus 130 and a minus 125 at the other book.
Yeah, you got it.
In that one bet, it may not seem great that, I'm only saving 5 cents on the dollar, but you add that up time and time again over, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 bets. You'd be surprised at the thousands of dollars that it actually saves you on juice. Little 5 cents here. But that's why we do it, is to continually to drive down those odds that you need to break even. Yep.
Got a price up. All right, guys, there it is. Friday edition here of the Payoff Pitch. It's great having the Squirrel in Chicago. It's time to go out these doors and go show him around to the great city. Cash your bets this weekend, fellas. Good luck. We always wish you guys good luck. We'll see you back here Monday for another episode of the Payoff Pitch. It's live every single day at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Enjoy your weekend, everybody.
See you there.
Let's go do it. Let's go.
Chicago dog, man. I'm hungry. I need a Chicago dog.
Still.